At the same time, our Republican colleagues are not making smart, sensible spending cuts to cover the costs that these billionaire tax cuts will mean. Instead, they're gutting health care for millions of Americans, including hundreds of thousands of Michiganders. It's reckless, and it is wrong. Medicaid is a lifeline for people in every single community across this country. It ensures that millions of Michiganders and Americans can have access to quality, affordable health care. And right now, folks across my home state of Michigan are scared. Scared about what this bill will mean for their families. I've heard from thousands of my constituents from every corner of the state of Michigan on how these cuts are going to hurt them. So today, I just want to tell you, through my constituent stories, just how detrimental this bill will be for most Americans. Take Isaac from Lansing, for example, who says Medicaid is the only lifeline he has to pay for the medicine that literally keeps him alive. We've also seen how more and more Michiganders and people all across our nation have shouldered the burden of serving as a primary caregiver for an aging parent. It's the ultimate gift that we can give to the people who have raised us. But the cost of critical nursing home and assisted living care continues to rise. Medicaid has become an essential way for our aging seniors to pay for the care that they need. Take Gwen from Grand Rapids, who says she wouldn't be able to pay for an assisted living facility for her grandmother without Medicaid. Many of us know someone, or maybe even love someone, who lives with a disability. Thanks to Medicaid, people with disabilities can get the care that allows them to live healthy and independent lives. That is the case for Wanda from Westland, who takes medication for an eye condition. Without Medicaid, she would not be able to afford her medication, and she could actually go blind. As too many of us know from personal experiences or from friends and loved ones, our country is facing a mental health crisis. Medicaid has become a saving grace for those who desperately need mental health care, but simply cannot afford it. Take Alan from Fort Gratiot, who says losing Medicaid would feel like losing the lives he's been given back through mental health care from Medicaid. Under this bill, rural communities will be especially impacted by cuts to Medicaid. In some counties in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, there's only one health care provider, meaning some Michiganders will have to travel up to 50 miles to get routine or emergency care. Medicaid helps keep these hospitals open. And if this bill passes, people in these rural communities are going to be cut off from basic health services. Medicaid also plays an essential role in making sure that children across Michigan get the care that they need. I heard from Gladys, a mother from Flint, who says Medicaid is the only reason her kids can get their asthma medication or have regular health checkups. Expecting mothers also reached out to share their concerns. While she is busy preparing to welcome a newborn baby into the world, Chelsea from Fenville is now afraid that she will lose her access to both pre- and post-natal care under this absolutely disastrous bill. I simply can't understand how my Republican colleagues would leave thousands of people across Michigan without the care that they need, all so they can give a tax break to billionaires. On top of that, my Republican colleagues are also proposing deep, harmful cuts to food assistance delivered through SNAP. SNAP serves as an absolute lifeline for millions of Americans, including children, seniors, people with disabilities, and working families. So simply put, if this bill is passed, it will mean people in Michigan and all across our country will go hungry. They will not be able to put food on the table while billionaires pay less taxes. That is just wrong. But it also makes no economic sense either. Every dollar in SNAP benefits generates more than $1.50 in economic activity. This supports local grocery stores, farmers all across our country, and the entire food supply chain. So on top of jeopardizing families' ability to put food on the table, to feed their children, these proposed SNAP cuts would also hurt businesses and jobs, particularly in rural America and in low-income areas. This bill produces the most amount of pain for the least amount of gain of any legislation that I can remember in all the years that I've had the privilege of serving here in the Senate. Mr. President, I can't believe that we are standing here debating this reckless, irresponsible bill. The harm this bill will do to the American people and to the people in my state of Michigan who are counting on Medicaid for health care and on food assistance to help feed their families is absolutely reprehensible. The damage this bill will do to our nation's economic security is not only reckless, it is unconscionable. This is not what our constituents want us to be focused on. They want us to help make their life better. But instead of focusing on that, here we are on the brink of passing a bill so irresponsible that it will destroy our country's economic health, harm millions of Americans, all so a handful of billionaires, the wealthiest of the wealthy, can have another tax break. Mr. President, I will never support such a reckless and catastrophic plan. Mr. President, I yield the floor.